Lesson 4.6, multiply fractions. To multiply fractions, multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Okay, so when we multiply, we don't have to find common denominators. We just multiply straight across. So if we go down to example A, we have 3/5 times 1/2. Okay, again, when I multiply, we multiply straight across. So I have 3 times 1, which is 3. 5 times 2 is 10. And then I simplify. Well, I know nothing goes into 3, that goes into 10. Example B, we have 2/3 times -4. Now, I have to have two fractions. So I got to take that -4 and make it a fraction. So we know that when we have a whole number, if we put it over 1, it's now a fraction, but it doesn't change our value. We just made an equivalent fraction. So now we have 2/3 times -4 over 1. Again, I multiply straight across. 2 times -4 is -8. 3 times 1 is 3. Then I need to simplify, so I'm going to make my improper fraction a mixed number. I know 3 goes into 8 2 times. I'm going to put my negative out front. And then 3 times 2 is 6, minus 8, which is 2. So I have -2 and 2/3, and nothing goes into 2, that goes into 3. Okay, example C, we have -1/3 times -3/7. Again, we have a negative times a negative. That equals a positive. Our positive and negative rules don't go away. They're still with us. So I can multiply. Now, one thing we can do before we multiply is we can cross simplify. What cross simplify means is the numbers diagonal of each other. If there's a factor that can be taken out of it, I can do it right away. So I know 3 goes into 3 one time. So I can reduce those down to 1s. Okay, nothing goes into 1, that goes into 7. So now I can multiply -1 times -1 is +1, and 1 times 7 is 7. And then I simplify that. Well, nothing goes into 1, that goes into 7. Okay? The other thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply mixed numbers. So when multiplying by a mixed number, we can rename the mixed number as an improper fraction. Okay? So if we look at example D, we have 1/4 times 8 and 4/9. So again, I have to look, do I have fractions? Yes. Are they improper? No. So we need to make our mixed number an improper fraction. So to make it improper, we take denominator times numerator, or times whole number, and then we add our numerator. So we take 8 times 9 plus 4, we get 76. And then we leave our denominator as 9. Okay? And then I can multiply. Again, I'm going to cross simplify. I know 4 can go into 4 and 76, so it goes into 4 one time. It goes into 76 19 times. I multiply straight across. 1 times 19 is 19. 1 times 9 is 9. And then I simplify. I know 9 goes into 19 2 whole times. And then I would have 1/9 left. Okay, if we look at example E, we have 5 1/3 times 3. Again, I need fractions and I need improper fractions. So I change my mixed number to improper. So we'd have 16 over 3, and then times 3 over 1. Again, I didn't change the value of these. I just made equivalent fractions. So again, I can cross simplify. I know 3's go into 3 one time. So now I have 16 times 1, which is 16. 1 times 1 is 1. Simplifies down to 16. Okay? Example F, we have -1 7/8 times -2 2/5. Okay, again, I need to make my mixed numbers improper. So -1 7/8 becomes -15/8. And then times -2 2/5 becomes -12/5. And again, I still have my positive and negative rules here. So a negative times negative, I know is a positive. Okay? And again, I'm going to cross simplify. I know that 5 goes into 5 once and 15 3 times. I could take a 4 out of 8 and get 2, 4 out of 12 and get 3. So now I have -3 times -3, which is +9. 2 times 1, which is 9. Simplify that, we get 4 1/2. So again, when we multiply fractions, we have to make sure we have fractions. Mixed numbers are turned into improper fractions. We multiply straight across and then simplify.